just self-discovery of that hidden strength inside ourselves. But sometimes, even after finding that strength and fighting our best, we sometimes just have no choice but give up, because life can be cruel sometimes, and you're put in a spot where you just can't pick yourself up and you give up. And sometimes you also look up at the sky and curse God for putting you there, because you just can't believe you could go through what you're going through, because you have always been a nice person. And I didn't deserve this. Why did you do this to me? And then God does not come through the clouds through the clouds with background score and thunder and lightning and say, "Did you call me my son?" What he does instead is send ordinary people like you and I. And then through them, sometimes miracles happen when you need it most. And it's happened to me several times, right from my childhood till here. Now, of course, I've learned the art of recognizing those angels who walk into my life while they're doing that magic in my life. I recognize them. But we all should learn that art, to thank those stars that align sometimes, and then these strangers walk into you, absolute strangers walk into your life. And from their perspective, it is just a small thing, but for you, it moves mountains and change the very course of your life. Both good and bad. Sometimes there are agents of evil who walk in your life and do something really bad, and it changes the very course of your life. And then 10 years later, you look back and say, I'm glad that happened, because I wouldn't be here where I am otherwise. For example, there was this classmate of mine during my second year undergraduation who made fun of me because I was pursuing classical dance back home then. I was learning Bharatanatyam, an Indian classical dance form. Now my figure does not endorse that fact. I used to be very lean and quite handsome. And it is usually pursued by women. And he made fun of me, saying it's very effeminate of me to wear makeup and lipstick and kajal, whatever, eyeliners, and perform dance. And he used to play guitar and sing English songs then. And he said, this is what a macho man can do, hold a guitar and sing like a man. That's what men should do, not dance with makeup on your face. So I got angry and I retorted, saying, give me 2 months and I'll play that guitar for you and play that stupid song of yours. That's how I picked up a guitar. At that moment, he was probably bitter at me and then making fun of me, and I took it bitterly too. But look where I am today. I'm living a dream that very few people can. And I gave up everything else for this. So, yeah. So sometimes, and it's happened to me several times, even with a record deal. For 7-8 years, we tried with different record labels, and nobody really took us seriously. And I had quit my scientist job in Belgium as a molecular biologist and come back to India to be a rock star. And there was this record label which made me wait from 10 to 5 p.m. entire day in the lobby, and the A&R person never met me. At 5 o'clock, a lady walks out and says, oh, so you're the one who's waiting since morning. By now, usually people walk away, but you're still here, so I give you 5 minutes. Tell me what you have got. I said, I sent you my demo. Did you listen to it? And she said, oh, we don't listen to demos. You just have to bring in money, record your album yourself, shoot a music video. Of course, you have to put in a lot of good-looking girls, because looking at your face, nobody's going to buy the album. But, she said that. And I probably she was telling the truth, but it really hit me bad. And then I zombied out, and I was wondering, oh my God, I gave up everything for this, and maybe it was just a mad dream in my head that I listened to friends and relatives who told me I sing really well, and gave up everything for this. And I broke down, and I really cried while crossing the road. I just stood at the median, and I thought maybe I should just give up. And go back home, hang up my guitar, and become a school teacher or something like that. That's when I got a call from a friend whom I used to live with. And he said, look, I couldn't reach you on the phone because your phone was switched off all day. I took it upon myself to accept a gig for you. So you need to go to a pub and play a solo concert today evening. So I went to the pub at 8 o'clock. And I had decided that is going to be my last concert. I'm going to sing every song I knew and written. And I'm going to say goodbye to music forever. So I started singing. There were 4 people in the audience. All the 4 were my own friends on the guest list. And slowly people started trickling in. And by the end of the gig, I had probably the same number, about 200 people in the room. And there was a loud applause at the end of the songs. And I said, okay, good deed done. I'm going to go back home tomorrow morning. And I was packing my guitar, then somebody tapped me on my shoulder, and I looked around, and it was this really popular Bollywood music producer named Vishal Dadlani. And he said, wow, this was probably the best indie music I've heard in India. Why haven't you released an album? And I told him that nobody was serious enough to buy my album. So he said, I don't know what to releasing an album, but I would like my partner, another guy, amazing musician called Shaker. So they work as a duo. Said, I want him to listen to you, so please come to my studio tomorrow morning. And I'm thinking, should I go to Mysore, hang up my guitar and become a school teacher, or should I go to this guy's studio? Anyway, better sense prevailed. I went to their studio next morning and I started singing because they asked me to sing. And while I'm singing, these guys are talking. And I'm like, damn it. So third song, fourth song, somewhere Vishal raises his hands up and stops me in the middle of a song and says, we were just talking that we should start a new record label and you'll be our first artist. What do you think about it? And that's how our album came out in 2007. And by 2008, we were the highest selling non-film music album in India, because film music is big, Bollywood music is big. So we beat the big giant, and we sold numbers which record labels couldn't even imagine selling that time. And we sold hand to hand every concert. And since then, yeah, we've traveled 30 countries, done about 1,800 to 2,000 concerts. We're doing something really good, feeling good about making people happy with our music. So yes, so do not neglect those strangers. Through them, you seek God.